Hey guys, alright, upon request, today's video is on putting. Actually going to use this as a teaser video. Okay, there's basic grounding and fundamentals that you can work on here, but that's leading into the four main things that are going to take your putting to the next level. We'll discuss that at the end of the video. Okay, so today's video, the three sort of main ground fundamental basics that you want to get right for your putting. Okay, and those are setup, alright, stroke and strike. Alright, so those are the basic things you want to get right. Okay, let's get straight into setup. Okay, now with putting swings, you understand that the mechanics of putting are less complicated than the full swing and stuff like that. Okay, but the touch and the visualization and the artistry side, okay, is then actually heightened. So when we go through these basics, okay, we just want to take that into account. Okay, right, so as with all aspects of golf, okay, it's going to be a side-on stance. We're going to have a side-on, okay, stance. Okay, so that's the ball I'll be putting. And what I want you to do, I've got these two extra balls here, okay, and I want to put them on an imaginary line between the ball you're putting and your target, okay, the hole, I guess. Right, so on that imaginary line, equidistance, I want you to place those two spare golf balls, okay, and create a perfect line. Okay, and then we're going to go back side on into our stance. Okay, I'm going to lean the putter here against me. Now, from the first time that I stand alongside next to the ball, okay, I want to try and create or recreate that imaginary line from when I put the two extra balls in. Okay, and as I stand here now, okay, that line points to the left of my target. Okay, that tells me my head is in the wrong position. So a little bit of trial and error. I could be too far, I could be too close, I could be too close, too open. Okay, it doesn't really matter. It's quite individual. Okay, so we've just got to fiddle with it a little bit and then get it right. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to rotate a little bit. Okay, that doesn't seem to be working. Okay, maybe I'll back up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I've backed up a little bit, opened up a little bit, and now, okay, I can see a perfect straight line through all those golf balls. Okay, from there I'm going to take my natural putting grip and I'm just going to bend the elbows a little bit. Okay, take a nice soft grip. Okay, and I'm going to place that on that line directly behind the ball I'm going to putt. Okay, continue that perfect line. Yep, that's good. Okay, so that is my stance. I'm ready to go. Okay, so yes, it's side on, yes, it's tilted, yes, your head's kind of over the ball, but from there, there's just subtle little adjustments you've got to make, okay, to personalize your stroke, to personalize your head and your eye position so that you line up where you think you're lining up. Okay, the grip would be included in the setup. Okay, just grip however is comfortable. Okay, if you left hand low or split hand or hands together or finger down, okay, it really doesn't matter. Okay, go as natural and comfortable as possible, alright? Okay, but your hands have to be soft. Alright, if you watched the chipping video from a couple of days ago, alright, the shoulder action is going to propel the club, and the soft hand is going to kind of deaden the strike for control. This putting, okay, is about artistry and control. We want soft hands. Alright, artists don't paint with hard hands. Okay, right, so let's put that all together. Alright, so side on, head position. We're going to line everything up until it's square. Okay, good. Bend the elbows for extra softness. My normal grip. Continue that line. There we go. Everything lined up nicely. I'm ready to pull the trigger, which means I'm ready for phase 2, the stroke. Okay, so the stroke. Now, most people have at some stage worked on their stroke. Okay, there's a lot of information and videos and stuff out there on your putting stroke. Okay, but most of it works on the sort of line of the stroke, the linear aspect of the stroke, whether it be alignment sticks or training aids or whatever the case, chalk, whatever it is. What I want to talk to you about today, alright, is not that part of the stroke, okay, is the length and rhythm of the stroke, which I feel is a bit more important. Okay, so that's the ball I'm putting. Alright, there's 3 ways of doing it. Okay, you can decide which kind of makes sense to you, which you think you might prefer. Okay, and then just apply the rhythm accordingly. Right, so what I've done here, this is the ball I'm putting. Okay, and these 2 balls are indicating the length of my backstroke and the length of my follow through. Okay, so the way I like to putt, right, is to keep those equidistant. A lot of reasons for that, but most importantly what that means is, okay, the putter is always moving at the same speed. Alright, so there's no acceleration, there's no deceleration of the putter. The putter moves the same distance back, same distance through. Okay, and then to control distance, I just shorten or lengthen both sides of the stroke. Okay, so a little demo there. Okay, that's nicely in the middle. Okay, go through my setup, eye position, head position, bend the elbows, match that line up, and then nice rhythmical equidistant stroke. Again, the second one, quite common and also quite successful, quite repeatable. Definitely a few examples there of tour players using it. Okay, and that's the short to long. So short backstroke, long follow through. Okay, pretty decent way to putt. Okay, the only difference is, okay, now the putter will be accelerating. Okay, so the shorter backstroke, all right, and then the acceleration and length in the through stroke. So in this regard, the through stroke will be a little bit faster and longer than the backstroke. Setup. Okay, and then last one, okay, not very highly recommended, alright, is the long to short. Okay, obviously that's going to create deceleration on the downstroke, okay, which leads to sort of a very unleveraged position between the hands and the club, so the putter face tends to move around, alright, but obviously distance control issues as well. Okay, so your long to short, okay, not recommended at all. Right, so stop getting caught up in sort of how online your stroke is, okay, and rather work on the length and rhythm of your stroke with a good setup, all right, and that's going to lead to a lot more consistent putting. And then the third thing, arguably the most critical, okay, the strike. I think one of the most sort of overlooked aspects of putting, but it is so important to strike your putts out the middle of the putter face. Right. If you strike out of the toe, the face will open. If you strike out of the heel, the face will close. Okay, so therefore your direction will be off. Before you know it, then your alignment can go. Alright, but on top of that, you also want to get it out the middle, okay, and the equator of the golf ball. Okay, if you hit it a little bit high up there, okay, it tends to compress and bounce. Obviously, if you hit it too low, it tends to sort of launch and skid. Okay, neither of those are good for any sort of consistency, especially when it comes to distance control. Okay, so a little drill here to strike your putts nice and pure. Okay, what we're going to do, you can use anything you like. I've got two little closed pegs that I've stolen from the washing line. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to place this golf ball with that black equator line, okay, set up exactly where I want to strike it. Place the ball down like that, okay, and then I'm going to put one of these pegs on either side of the putter head, so I've got no room for error. Okay, so any type of heel strike, I would hit that one. Any type of toe strike, I would strike the inside one. Okay, and then we're just going to go through everything. So, right, let's go side on. Okay, just maneuver until our head and eye position is correct. Bend the elbows. Nice soft hands. Finish my alignment by placing the putter. Okay, consistent length and rhythm of my stroke. And a nice pure strike. Oh yeah. Right, once you got those fundamentals all in check, okay, to become a good or even a great putter, right, requires 4 things. Okay. Line, speed, read, and attitude. Okay, attitude possibly the most important. Right, line, we're talking about the direction of the putt. Okay. Getting your putt to start on your intended line. Okay, speed, controlling the speed that you roll the golf ball. Okay, read, learning to anticipate the break and the speed of the putt. And then attitude, okay, the mental aspect of putting, how to really let all those ingredients come together, okay, to make you the great putter that you can be. So as I said in the beginning, this is a little bit of a teaser. Okay, you think you're ready for those 4 things? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a series of 8 videos. Okay, 2 videos on each of the 4 things I've mentioned there. Alright, and I'm going to give you some further details of that over the next couple of days. In the meantime, there's your 3 basic fundamentals and basic principles of putting, okay, to work through to really lay the foundation, start the journey of being a great putter.